Hey, welcome to this episode of
What Games We're Playing.
On today's episode, we'll be going over what games we have both been playing in the last few weeks. And let's just get this all started and
I'll go first. I've been playing the preview of Grounded, which is just Honey, I Shrunk the Kids in a video
that
game.
movie as a kid.
Oh, that's why I started playing it. I saw a little trailer for it, and it was just like, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Oh.
Get the little Kevin looking dude, you know what I mean? Kevin. But he looks exactly like Macaulay Culkin. And it's the only character I can pick now that it looks like Macaulay Culkin just because.
So you just call him Macaulay?
I call him Kevin.
Nice.
It's just Kevin. I think his name's Pete in the game, but it's like every time he says Pete, it's just in my head, it's Kevin. Kevin! Like that's all I think. But it's a fun game. It's a preview, so it's kind of like that Ark-esque game where it's just you're basically helping the developers like with what they should add, what's wrong with it, that kind of stuff. Like you're helping the developers out, which I love that kind of feel because it puts you in like you're helping create the game.
Yeah.
Which is for a gamer, like from a gamer's point of view, it's I'm helping create a game. It's that pride in that game. Like it's fun. I don't know if you like it. You like the gameplay. Like it's a lot of farming, which I know you're not a big fan of.
Depending on what you have to do in it.
But it's the way it's played out is it makes you feel like you're in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, which that's what I like it so much. I don't mind the grind, like the farming, getting materials, just because it's like
building a fort.
Well, yeah, you can build a fort. You can.
So Honey, I Shrunk the Kids meets Lord of the Flies.
Basically. Now that you say that, I think like my main character, like Kevin, he should be in Lord of the Flies. Like it's amazing.
Yeah,
it's. I don't know if you like just because of. I guess you'd call them the bosses. I haven't beat the game, so I don't know. I haven't even played fought a boss yet.
Yeah.
I've seen some of the stronger-esque bad. I don't know what you would call them. Villains. They're insects.
Spiders.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But in that point of view, like with your arachnophobia, like still. Every time I think about it, just the scream you get, like the scream you have, which you never think would come out of your like body. It's just they have an option where I think it's called arachnophobia safe mode, where it gives you levels. So it has your spider, and then it goes through levels of your fear level. So it starts taking things off the spider, the legs, the eye, to where it's just literally two white balls, just like a head and a body, and it's just white. Like you wouldn't know what it was if you walked up on this thing, and it's just I don't understand it. Like maybe because I'm not afraid of spiders, like I don't understand the fear level of it. They are scary. They are. You know me and scary things in games. Like if it's jumpy, I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna get scared. But
now you got two white balls coming at you.
Exactly. Like I think that's scarier to me personally than the actual spider. But it does when you pick that mode. So if me and you are playing and you get your arachnophobia safe mode because you're a little wuss, it only changes it for your game.
Okay.
For your screen. So you see that, I see the spider. So you see two white balls coming at you, I see a spider coming at you, which I like because it doesn't change my game. It makes you enjoy the game, and it doesn't take anything from my gameplay.
That's good then.
The visuals, it's a cartoon-esque kind of game. Even though it's not real life or real graphics, it's still, again, the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids feeling, like that kind of nostalgia where it's like
it's good then.
Puts me into the game.
No, that's good then. So they do stuff like that. A little unique concept thrown into a game setting that's unique, but like you said, the survival genre's been around for a long time nowadays. So No, definitely. I mean, I remember you talking about it, and I quickly looked at it. It looked interesting, but I was gonna wait for you to finish telling me about it before I started playing it, or before it actually officially released, just to check it out. Like it does look good. Like what I've seen, but I've only seen the trailers for it. I haven't even seen gameplay on it. But I mean, definitely the spiders won't affect me as much because they're not real. It's not like the Resident Evil spiders in it that trip you out at times.
I'm gonna let you know, like these spiders actually look pretty like good. Like they have the spider feel. Like with
That's okay.
Resident Evil, like like
But that's
it's a little
okay.
real.
It's
real
not
graphic.
a real spider. It's not like there's a tarantula crawling across the table right now, so I'm okay.
Oh yeah. you might be surprised. Like I get a little fearful when I see these spiders.
No.
But it's more the
So this will be a Halloween game for me to play. In other words,
yeah.
not scary at all, but because they're spiders.
Exactly. I'll take you right to the spider nest.
Nice. Totally. Fun.
Mind you, right at the like very start area. Now I thought this was a safe area.
Mm-hmm.
This was my safe space, if you will, for all the safe spacers out there. Like I thought, safe space, beginning of the game. No scary creatures are gonna come get me. So I'm building my little camp there, my little base of operations.
Right on spider's nest.
Oh no! So I have a gnat that flies around my camp, which just annoys me and just tries to tear down my wall. It's like this, like that's damage, so I don't really worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm building and I hear something behind me, just like smacking at my wall. So I finally get done with my build. Like I was like, okay, I'm gonna destroy this gnat. Like it's gotten on my nerves way too much now. So I finish. I turn around. There's a giant spider just looking at me as I turn around, and then just destroys me in my camp, just instantly. So I don't think there's any safe space in this game, really, which I enjoy because it's
Always on the feet.
you're literally in the backyard. Mm-hmm. Mind you, these people need some pest control in the backyard because there's way too many giant spiders in their backyard. I'm not afraid of spiders, but if I see this many spiders in my backyard, I'm moving.
Call me exterminator.
They're like giant tarantula-looking things. I'm telling you, bro. If you had these things in your backyard,
I wouldn't be living there.
you'd be moving.
Nope.
Burn the house down.
Yep.
I'm out.
Gone.
Like that's literally. But they need it for the game. And I've heard about. I don't want to ruin it for you, so I won't tell you. But I want to see the end game boss, like, because I think you might have a little fun with it.
Is it Rick Moranis?
I wish. I wish that would be
See, you've been
amazing.
playing that game.
Yeah.
I've been playing Hellpoint,
Okay.
which is a Souls-like game. It's well, since we're making movie comparisons, it's like Event Horizon and Hellraiser meets Dark Souls and Dead Space.
Oh, so a game I would just love to play.
You would.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, it started out really good.
Yeah.
And I love it because you can figure out whichever way you're going. It's not much of a story because it's like every Souls game. You gotta try and figure out what you're doing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's cool because you're put in this world and you play as a clone. Or not a clone, sorry, as a 3D printed human called a Spawn. And you don't know what you're supposed to do.
I thought 3D printing is coming like in everything. Now we're making humans.
Yeah, but it's kind of cool though the way they do this,
Yeah.
right? So you're running around this derelict space station that's been infested by demonic hordes basically because you're orbiting a black hole. Now the cool part is the time plays a big factor in the game.
Yeah.
So twice a day at 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock, you're right over top of it and things can happen. Certain areas they'll become more infested with enemies. You'll get fogged areas where all of a sudden you go do it to get
That's
good
amazing.
rewards.
Yeah.
Mini bosses appear. No, it actually is pretty
Sounds
fun.
like one
Enemies get
jump
harder.
scare after another.
Yeah, but it's you know what? It's one of those
Sounds like one
games
broken
that's
controller after another for me.
no, it's one of those games that it's not as hard as Dark Souls by far. It's not even close as hard. It has a little bit of cool concept though because it has a little bit of that Immortal Unchained. It's like a Dark Souls game with firearms instead, where you can either have a shield in your left hand or you can put on a gun, or which is cool because it adds that little bit extra. You know, you got to be in there attacking. If you need to jump back, you use your energy. It's kind of like using magic basically. I mean, you have other things you can use, but As well, they have it where, you know, you have to use melee in order to build your stuff up.
Yeah.
So you build your health files up by attacking so much. So it makes you be aggressive in the game, but cautious. Because some of the boss fights, some of them are just cool. Again, not hard, not nearly as hard as any Dark Souls game, or Bloodborne, or Sekiro, nothing like that. But it's fun, because you're in this dark space station where, like, you're trying to figure out what happened in there. It's almost like just an occult came and, like, wiped everybody out, and you see these dead bodies hanging here, or thrown around the ground here, and you're reading these messages, and it's very mysterious, I guess would be the word for the story. But like some of the areas you go to are really cool. Like radiation comes into play, you gotta watch your radiation levels. But then you go from, like, it's really intense there where you're fighting these cool things, these celestial beasts and these demons. You can then hit these like tablets that bring you into like a dark world.
Yeah.
Where you're in the same world, but it's like a different form of it.
Yeah.
And you're fighting to get other materials to build your weapons up and upgrade them or print them off on blueprints. But the combat's cool.
Sounds like a game I would enjoy.
It's co-op.
I might have to try it out with you, but
You
it's
should.
just the fear of jump scares.
There's no jump scares.
There's no jump scares for you.
No, there's no jump scares here
Oh,
at all. There
okay.
really isn't. You can, everything you can see coming your way. The only thing you might get once in a while is, you know, you're fighting one thing and all of a sudden something's hitting you from behind.
Okay, so that's
Like
not,
it's not nothing like
Well,
that. Like
okay.
it's not like Dead Space where you have, you know, a tentacle come out of the sewer after you.
Let's put it into perspective. I've had little jump scares in Fallout 76
Okay, yeah.
where, you know what I mean? It's I get that.
Yeah, but this one that you're playing in a first person usually, or
Yeah.
like, even if you're third person, this one is not like that. Like I don't know anybody who's got a jump scares from Dark Souls. Like this, the atmosphere is there. Like it's
It
literally,
does have that.
but the atmosphere is cool
Yeah.
there, and like the way some of the monster zombie-esque things look. Like I said, it looks kind of like they took something from Event Horizon and Hellraiser, put them together.
Yeah.
You know, you got these like bondage-style demons that used to be humans there that are torn apart.
I never understood Hellraiser. I never.
Well, I mean,
Like it looked like, to me, it was just an extreme bondage horror movie.
that's why I
I
said
did
it
not
That's why I
understand.
said throw Event Horizon.
Yeah,
Because it's almost like pain is pleasure, pleasure is health.
I never understood those.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I would say try it out. I mean, the boss fights are cool.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some boards, some problems with the game, most definitely. Jumping is one of them, because you got certain things where you're trying to get, you know, items that are up on these huge ledges, and yeah, good luck making that jump. Because your guy goes whoop, and he slides off. But at times you can go so high up on things, on rafters and stuff like that in one part, or whatever you
That's
want to call
something
them.
that frustrates me in games because I get stuck on them, and I'll do it for hours and hours.
Well, that's the
That's why
problem.
I think nobody likes to play with me.
I didn't know that the first time I beat the game,
Yeah.
that I actually beat the game. That I was going to beat the game. So I had to go play it again because I was doing a review for it.
Yeah.
But I beat the game relatively quick. I missed half the damn shit.
Oh,
So I had to go back with the
Yeah.
new game to get the content to play it. But I wasn't sure where to go. And I know I missed a whole bunch, but it's like, well, I'm here. I'm just going to go down this way and do this. And it never happened. So.
I do need a game that I can go forward and back if I want. Like, I need to know.
I wish that I wish there would have been like a save part there, so I didn't have to finish it. But I wasn't really paying attention. All of a sudden, I'm fighting the final boss, and it's like the credits roll up, and I'm like,
That would have kind of frustrated me.
right?
And
But
it would have made me a little disappointed in the
You know what,
game to
though?
where I thought that was it.
you know what though? I think I don't know the exact hours I got in it. I think I was like probably about 20 hours, 25 hours, which was quick for that style of game.
Yeah.
But I know I missed a lot, so I'm running through it on New Game Plus.
I hate that. It
Well, it's just one of those.
my
scenarios, man.
OCD.
Yeah.
It drives
Yeah.
me nuts with that
It
kind
does.
of
It
in that
does. It
game.
completely does.
In a any kind of game where it's I know I've missed something, and it's like the Dark Souls games that you play where it's
Yeah.
like if you kill this guy you can't respawn or reload, and it's like you miss that completely. It would drive me nuts.
Mm-hmm.
I would literally, for me, just for my OCD in that game, I would have to restart it just because I need everything. If it's something I was going towards and
Yes.
or I missed it or I screwed it, and I can't go back to it, it would drive me nuts.
Yes.
Drive me
See,
insane.
that's the thing that like I with this game, I was looking for obviously all the good suits of armor, everything like that, and even like the different weapons and stuff because I wanted to take clips of them. And I got a lot of good ones, but I know I was missing a couple because you're reading like the terminals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You're reading and they basically will tell you what's around, what's there. And I know I missed some, so I was like, damn it, now I gotta play it again. I get the other content of the other bosses. I missed a bunch of mini bosses.
Driving me insane.
But again, I like the game so much that I was
Yeah.
most likely gonna play New Game Plus anyways, again, to see anything I missed. So it's not that bad. It was just that sudden shock of being like, oh, I just beat it.
That's my frustration with New Game Pluses as well. Speaking of, it's like, because I'm such a completionist, if a New Game Plus is just redoing the same game and you don't get anything new for it, like, okay, yeah, you can use your stuff still or this and that, but it's like they're not adding anything to where, like, if you complete on your first run through, then on your second run through you get this or something along those lines where it's I need to complete it for that
That's
item.
the thing. I mean, most people go for the
does,
different endings,
yeah.
right? Or stuff they've missed.
Yeah.
And that's again, like, I usually play a game twice through anyways, just to get that full feel. Because the first time I'm usually trying to gun it through, like I'll still get stuff and everything like that, but I won't do every side mission the first time usually through because I'm just trying to get it done.
I have to.
But second time, time, I'll go through and I'll play it more thorough, right? Like, it's one of those how I play it. So that's why I really did enjoy Hellpoint. I just thought it was over rather abruptly where I was. It was like I just finished doing all of this, finished opening up these key things, and I came down here and all of a sudden, final boss. I didn't even go up there and finish it off.
Yeah, see that to me, it would confuse me to the extent where it's this was the end of the game, and it would, like, I would say I would want to play it again just to see that, but in my mind at that point, I honestly think it would be the end of the game. It's because I'm such a completionist, I would think that I've already done it.
Yeah.
So it's like if I miss something and that's the end, it would just be like, it would disappoint me to the point where it's like, do I want to play it again? Like, it's
that catch-22 though, right? Like, I was expecting to play this game for another, we'll just say 15 hours, figuring it was like a 40-hour game. So am I going to put the 15 hours in? I just beat the game in, again, I can't remember the exact time, but like, I beat the game in 20 hours.
Yeah.
So, well, I might as well play it again because I was already expecting to play it for that long and get other things.
That content that I missed, I have to know or hope that it's going to be some good content to bring me back in. Like, New Game Pluses, some games it's amazing.
To a degree though, hold on. So the second game I'm playing, I'm actually playing on the PlayStation 4 Pro.
Yeah.
And I've already played the game. And I was very undecided the first time I played the game. I'm not saying this is a bad game at all. I'm not saying it's a good game. I was completely going, I don't know.
Yeah.
Graphics are good. Story, okay. Once you figure out everything, it's like, cool, I guess. The bad guys are cool. I'm playing Death Stranding again. Okay? My first playthrough, it did leave me hanging. It really did. It was, to me, I always summed up the best way. Kevin Smith did say it best in Clerks 2 when Randall talks about Lord of the Rings and all you do is walk.
Yeah.
No matter what you're doing, even in a car or a motorcycle, it still feels like you're walking.
Yeah.
And I still feel that way. There's a couple chapters that are amazing in it. Like, great. Chapter 4, I think it is, or 4 or 6, where you're playing in the war scenario. It's a great scenario to jump into after just walking around. Which is, again, great. The boss fights, kind of weird, but fun.
Yeah.
Like, I really did have a lot of fun with it. But then it all goes back to the same thing. You're walking and balancing your parcels and walking some more. So here I am, deciding to play this game again to try and figure out, do I like it or not? Not for a reason. It's just one of those ones where it's like, I don't hate it, but I'm not doing anything. Like when you're traversing the land, you see your BTs off in the distance. Okay, well you can take 10 minutes and sneak through them, or you can take 15 minutes and go around them.
Yeah.
Which one would you rather do? So there's not much to it. Are there scavengers or other enemies out there? You can always figure out a way around them.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to engage in combat, at the same time, combat's kind of pointless a lot of the times because, let's just face it wasn't the greatest combat. It's like, why am I playing this game? But I don't hate it. But it's not my cup of tea.
It's just not engaging.
But the graphics are beautiful. Kojima did a great job in a weird setting. Like, you're it's I just can't decide still. And like I said, after playing this game, and I'm not done it yet at the second time through, I'm probably 3/4 of the way through it. And I still find myself with these mixed emotions of, is it a waste of my time to play this game again? I still am not enjoying it. I'm not like, oh, I gotta rush home and I gotta play this game. I'm literally sitting there going, let's just get this done.
That's what I've always
but
said.
I'm not enjoying when I'm playing it. It just takes that little bit to get going.
Graphics, yeah, I love good graphics in a game, but it's not what's going to keep me in the game.
But if this game didn't have good graphics,
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have even played the first time.
Exactly.
Like at least like the landscapes, even though it looks a lot like, I guess, what would it be, Iceland?
Yeah.
Has that look like that feel to. It's still like you're walking over rocks, you're walking over a mountain, you're walking through here, you're building a bridge over a river. It's I don't know, it's just, I wish there was more. I don't know what though, because it's not a bad game. I just wish that there was more.
Yeah. You need something in story or something to engage you, something to bring you, to immerse you into the game.
Exactly. Right? Whereas, again, now I gotta talk about the third game that I'm playing now, and I'm playing on Nintendo Switch, and it's a game that I hate the goddamn game. No, I like it, but I hate it.
Yeah.
It's one of those games, I don't know if you ever played Dungeons & Dragons when you were younger, or you've ever heard of stories or seen somebody play. You have a dungeon master that literally has it out for one of the characters.
Yeah.
And he just pummels them.
Yeah.
That's what this game is, and you're that player. It's Darkest Dungeon. I have literally spent more time yelling at my Switch, my wife yelling at me for yelling at my Switch. I've built parties up, went into a dungeon, completely bad rolls, annihilated. To do it all over again, annihilated. But yet I'm still playing it every night. You want to talk about an addiction? I'm addicted to this game. No, because
I don't know why you get addicted to
little
games that
steps
frustrate
further.
you.
It's a little, it's not going to beat me, but it's the unlucky rolls you're getting. It's like, okay, I'm going into the casino. I'm going to go play blackjack. I lose right away. That's what this is. So it's like, no, you're not taking me again. Build up a party. Takes forever
I'm
to
never
do it
going
how
to
I
a
want
casino
it.
with you.
Boom.
I'm never
One
going
bad
to a
roll.
casino.
Insta kill. I'm like, how can I win, man?
One unlucky day, you're just done.
That's what I'm playing.
Yeah. I don't know why you get addicted to these these games that just frustrate you.
I don't know.
You like to be frustrated
Well,
for
like
some
a challenge.
reason.
I don't want to pick up a game like Trials of Mana and just be like running through it. And not
I want a challenge.
That's what I mean. I look for challenges, but the frustration comes in not by sometimes what you're doing, but that unlucky roll. That's what this.
I've never thought of.
I've
never like really considered it an unlucky. I've always considered the game. The game is always. It's just. It has It's just. Oh yeah, it's RNG. No, I don't believe RNG. I just think the game. Every game hates me, and they want to like just annoy me.
Okay, so I know what game you're also playing on the Switch. I'll tell you what, we'll switch up and you play this game, and you tell me this game doesn't have it out for you.
Yeah, but I think every game has it. Any game that it's RNG based has it out for me, no matter what.
But it's such a good game though. It takes you back to those D&D games where you're playing solo and you're like, and it's like, damn it, the Dungeon Master got me again. But it's just annoying because it takes so long sometimes to build up your party to where you want them. So all of a sudden, no joke, one battle, dead, shit, run, nope, dead.
I might have one less game if I played that. I don't really like to rage quit, but if it's just that, out for me, I will get my revenge. And you will never be able to be played again.
Okay, see, that's what I said. 3 in the morning in bed.
Destroy you.
Sarah sleeping. Shut up! Oh, sorry. I gotta go downstairs.
Yeah, I would have went downstairs first. Your wife scares me. She scares me. She is the all-time scariest. Not even villain, because I love her. I love her to death. She's the mother of my niece. Love her to death. The scariest woman I've ever met. I love her to death, though. Just make sure she knows that, please.
Yeah, so that's what I've been playing now.
Yeah. Well, I've been playing some more lighthearted. The other game I've been playing is more lighthearted. It's Luigi's Mansion 3 on the Switch. a lot less frustrating. Not. I like the game. Like it's not as, I guess, in depth, or like it's basically the same thing. Like you're going around catching ghosts, like this and that. Like nothing really like
Yeah, I remember the game. I had a lot of fun with it.
mind blowing like experience, but it's
The backgrounds were good.
yes.
I thought they captured those parts really well to be all fun and quirky.
For me, Luigi's never got like
Never shined like Mario.
exactly, and
Yeah.
you know, Luigi for me, he's always been my like that was my dude. That like Luigi was. I like Luigi way more than Mario. Like Mario, I honestly think he's stuck up. Like everybody likes. Yeah, exactly. Like he just thinks he's too good. Like, oh yeah, screw you, Luigi. Screw yeah. No, Luigi was.
He deserves it, man. He did all the work and Mario gets the credit, right?
And you never hear him talk. Like that's what makes me mad. Like
Probably has a lot to say though.
me and Luigi, I feel like we're kindred. We're kindred spirits. Like he's scared of everything, and he gets pushed into these situations. Like, he's basically me in a video game. Basically, like that's why I feel like I can like the game without like it being like that number one like game. Like it lets me immerse myself to think like everybody else is Mario, like, and they just put me into these scary situations where it's just like, yeah, here, go into this haunted mansion with all these ghosts.
And use a vacuum cleaner to catch ghosts.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
like,
you.
yeah, exactly. Like, here, go by yourself, have fun.
And then you get a little dog with you too.
A ghost dog.
Exactly.
Even still, I think I'd still be afraid of this ghost dog. Like, unless it was Anna. Like, I get it. Like, yeah, like Anna. That's my pops, but
Yeah.
it's a ghost. Like, I think I'm wearing yellow pants, or at least like yellow or brown pants that day, or they're turning into it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
those games I'm playing right now, I'm enjoying both.
That's good.
Found it a little more than Luigi's Mansion, just because it's something new.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, for me, I'm done Hellpoint. I'm gonna play it again, but I think next I'm gonna start Mortal Shell.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I think I'm gonna be ungrounded for a bit, and I'm hoping. Well, I know they're not gonna come out to the next systems, or at least around that time. But like Valhalla and Gotham Knights, like those are the games I'm dying to play. Like those are my two.
Yeah, but that's not for a while.
Series,
Still,
yeah.
Right. So that's what I'm looking now. Like, I think I'm gonna do Mortal Shell. Probably still gonna play in Darkest Dungeon. Probably never gonna stop playing that game because I'm never gonna beat it. And I don't know what I'm gonna play on the PlayStation. I was debating on going back and playing a good old Medieval remake, just to play around and have fun back in those platformer style games. You know.
I do want to check out the Avengers game.
That too.
It just reminds me of that. What was it? The Marvel game,
Ultimate Alliance.
Ultimate Alliance. Like it reminds me of those
But
games where
over
it
the
was,
shoulder view.
exactly. It was just those games. Those were, for some reason, just I loved them.
Me too. Number 2, I like a lot.
Oh, I liked them both.
Number 3, I wasn't big on the Switch. I like the characters,
I
but
didn't
I never. It wasn't as good. It might have just been because I'm older, but
Yeah.
I lost that whole feel. But number 2, I remember playing that like crazy. We should do an episode on that one day. We really should, because I know me and you can both talk a lot about even the Fantastic Four game they had, like all those styles. But yeah, well, that's what we've been playing this past little while. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe down below, and we'll catch you next week and let you know we're playing next week.
Have a good one, guys.
See ya.